Well, on Daily Business Edition, welcome to the show tonight. Our guest is Olaf Wojak of Adam Smith Center. Well,
good evening. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Sir, one of the factors in the economy is a minimum wage. This is being sorted out in the United States. This is an issue in UK and other free market countries. We are also Polish government wants to rise this minimum wage to 2,500 Polish zlotys brutto. That's about €500. Not that much for the cost of living in Poland, but this is a significant factor for entrepreneurs.
You made a mistake. It's not a main factor of an economy. It's sometimes a factor of economy, but it's not necessary. I mean, you can imagine our economy to work without the minimum wage, and I'm pretty sure it would work well and even better than with it. The problem is the minimum wage is rising each year pretty high, not as high as it's supposed to, looking at our economy. This is also an election year, and somehow this time the rise of the minimum wage is as big as it never was. So if it's so great, so why we want it to rise to 10,000 zloty or a million?
In 2017, the minimum wage was about 2,000 zlotys. A few years earlier, it was about 1,500. So that's significant growth. Yet, if we are looking at the wages paid to workers in Poland, they are usually higher.
I would like you to understand that it's very good for people to earn more. And we don't have problems with it. The problems are the taxes concerned with working, because hiring at the minimum wage is also hiring the taxes that are going to be taken from those people.
Let us explain to the viewers what are the costs of the labor in Poland.
Well, we're paying the ZUS, which is our social security, which is one of the highest taxes as we pay.
If you say in percentage, how big is it?
It depends how much you earn, but it's from 40 to even 55%. So it's pretty high.
So if someone got this 2,500 Polish zlotys, his or her employer has to pay about 50%.
About 40 to 50%.
That's another 1,200 to Polish state.
Yes, which we pay the money because we have to admire that in other countries, as United States or Germany, the insurance is also very expensive. But the market of the insurance is different. They have quite more free market, and they can decide to whom they're putting their money to. We don't decide. We just take the system. We have one company, a national company, which was acquired and maintained by the socialists. It was built in, I don't know, the 50s or something, and their goals are different. We have different times right now.
Right.
I mean, we don't have communism anymore, so we have to give choice to all of...
So the social security is one of the highest costs associated with the wage, and there is also income tax.
Income tax, of course, which is 20% and sometimes more if you earn more money, till 30 or 40% if you're really having a lot of money. Yes.
So if you sum up, you are hiring the person who earns this 2,500 Polish zlotys. And then you have to pay another 1,200 to Polish state as a cost of this labor, and then another 20% as an income tax.
No, and there's another 20% paid for this person. So the company pays 20%, and this person pays 20%. To give you an example, if you want to earn on your hand 3,000 zloty, you have to pay all of the taxes, and the whole amount of money you have to be prepared for is 5,100 zloty. Yes, so it's a quite big comparison. I mean, it's almost twice as much.
And if we are talking about the rising the lowest wage, it means from the point of view of entrepreneurs that their labor cost will grow.
Yes, but it's not only a problem of the entrepreneurs, it's the problem of the employees too, since they have to make this money for this company. I mean, besides the administration, no one will pay you for not creating money.
Right.
So you have to work as hard to make it possible.
So the choice for the entrepreneurs is to squeeze more efficiency from the existing workers rather than hire new ones.
Or firing if they're not making this much money. And this is a problem, because if you're not educated well, if you're not smart enough, and you're just, you know how to do small, simple things, which are paid, but they do not fit in the amount of 2,500 zloty, then it means you're an illegal worker. And it's not fair. It's really not fair for all of those who don't fit in this market to don't have as equal rights to earn money as the others.
Because even if they will get a job, this job will not be, for example, associated with the social security, because they can go for a self-employment, set up their own company. Then you will hire them as an unofficial worker, but they will have no social security,
for instance, and probably other rights, as they cannot go on vacation, they cannot get sick, and all of the other things. So it's very important for us to understand that when the minimum wages is higher and it's getting bigger, it's not only something good for the people who are going to take it, but it's really bad for the entrepreneurs. It's even bad for the economy. The politicians do it with happiness. They want to do it because, first of all, they're buying votes.
And this is an election year 2019.
But second rule, they have much more money from the incomes in taxes. They have much more money for the insurance system, which is not doing well and failing for many years right now. And it's also hiring their own incomes, because politicians earn as much money as equivalents of the minimum wage and the middle wage, and it's counted. So even they have more money out of making the minimum wage higher. So it's kind of not fair, because they're buying votes using our own money, and they're closing up. There is a gap of people that are not going to fit in the system. And I believe that if someone would make an experiment and free our economy of minimum wage for 2 years, just to check what would happen, I believe the result would be really, really awesome. And with making it, with doing a second choice of lowering the working taxes, really would show up as a growth of income, of money to financial ministry.
From your point of view, this is just PR stunt that will hurt the businesses rather than help them?
No, it's a way of doing policy. I do not only think that the only reason is to buy votes. No. Of course not, because there are people that are going to earn much more money. But the problem is how much it costs the whole economy and the whole country and all of us. And I don't think that it's worth it.
Yeah. It's interesting whether the level of taxation in Poland will be the matter of the discussion before the general election this October.
The promises are going to be made, but the question is if the parties are going to really stand up to those promises.
We're going to monitor it very closely. Olaf Wojak of Adam Smith Center was our guest.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
And that was it for Poland Daily Business.